Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting parents whose children have passed. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at this meeting is voluntary. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Discussions here are confidential and not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. However, these Zoom meetings that are run by leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with our children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you could be with us this evening. Thank you, Lindsey, for being here.
Yes, thank you, Lindsay, for being here. And I'm so excited. As I say, this is going to be such an interesting hour, and I don't know if we even have enough time in the hour to be able to do everything that I'd like to do. But again, Lindsay is a shining light parent like us. Her son Orion passed very recently. She's written this book, which is called A Trillion Particles of Light. And this is about her near-death experience that she had at one of her son's swim meets. It split the tree near where she was standing, and it went all the way through her. She had an incredible near-death experience when this happened, and has become a medium, intuitive. She does so many different types of healing things now. I'm going to go ahead and just read a short bio for her so that you know a little bit more about her. Lindsay was struck by lightning and had a near-death experience that altered her life. Since the lightning strike, she has become a strong, trusted spiritual guide using her clairvoyant, intuitive, medium abilities. She empowers many to connect with their gifts, with their life path, and with their clairvoyant and psychic abilities. She has developed a special ability to connect her clients to the light and love from their loved ones who have passed, so her client learns how to feel the peace and calm from their departed. Her other specialty is to guide people on their own life path, connecting her clients to their power, gifts, and talents. She's the director and owner of the New Jersey Healing Center, and she has a degree from Michigan in psychology. She's a New Jersey licensed massage therapist, an interfaith minister, a nationally certified hypnotist specializing in past life regression, age regression, and hypnosis for childbirth, and a spiritual teacher and counselor, using her clairvoyant abilities to guide clients for over 30 years. And again, you can check out her book and visit her website. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat box. But without further ado, please join me and Irene in welcoming Lindsey Sass. Welcome, Lindsey.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. And thank you. Hi, ladies. All ladies here, yeah?
It might be mostly ladies. I haven't been able to see who's here yet, but
welcome everyone.
Thank you. And I just would love for you, before we do anything in terms of exercises for chakras, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and about Orion as well?
Sure. I'd be more than happy to, and I'm honored to be here with all of you. Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for all that you do to help parents who've lost their children. Orion passed away about two years ago, and making a long story short, he during COVID was up in Maine and studying to be an OT. And too much, I believe, isolation, too much studying, a switch went off and he had a psychotic episode. So anyway, he came home and we went into the psych hospital, unfortunately, came out, was doing better, became an EMS. He was on search and rescue here in West Milford for 10 years. After a man was killed by a bear, he was 17. His compassion drove him to join the search and rescue team. And so he got a job after grad school here in New Jersey for children around the world who are flown in who are paraplegic. And he had another episode and slowly took himself off his meds and ran out in the cold. And there was a very, very large, huge search because he was a brother and a son to all the police, the firemen, the search and rescue here in Passaic County in New Jersey. They couldn't find him in time. So anyway, he died of hypothermia. And in my backyard, I live on a lake, right dead straight where I can see. And I feel him a lot. I wouldn't be doing as well as I am if I hadn't trusted and had faith that when I feel this calm, I thank him, and then the crying stops and I can pick up my bootstraps and move on. So there's a lot, that we can share, I'm sure all of us, about our children who have
Sounds like an
passed.
incredible young man, and I already knew quite a bit about him just from what you told me, but he obviously was a very old soul who was taking care of all of these people around him. And I was just thinking, we have some affiliate leaders who have their son who passed of hypothermia as well. And I'm going to have to introduce you to them because I'd completely forgotten about that. But they would love to meet you, I'm sure. And
Okay,
anyway, so thank you for telling us that. And I'm looking forward to getting
thank you.
started.
Okay, great. So how many, well, I'm sure there's like 40 or some odd 50 people here, or maybe, I don't know. So I ask the audience, how many of you meditate? And just a show of hands, please. Okay, awesome. And most of you know about chakras, correct? I would think so. You could raise your hand. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about chakras and the importance of chakras for maintaining your health. And what is the area that is affected the most when we're grieving? Which chakra is it? It's the heart, right? Affects heartache. So I was given this symbol from a Tibetan monk, and I could take a picture of it and send it to you, Elizabeth, but I was told to do this and to imagine this light coming out. And the mantra is AH, and to imagine many rays of light coming out of your heart chakra. This is a very ancient Tibetan Buddhist symbol, which means love and ultimate truth. And it helps me a lot. I look at it when I fall asleep at night, if I'm up and I have my PTSD, like, where's my son? I go through it again. I keep this by my bedside, and sometimes I'll sit up, don't turn on the light, just You know, the moonlight comes through the window, but you can turn on the light, but that releases your awake hormones. And I just stare at this symbol, and it really helps with insomnia. And it can also help with just daily stress and issues with heartache. Okay. So while I was preparing for this class, I was trying to tune in to get a sense of what everybody would need. So I went to the heart chakra because that's some of my issues now, of course. And anyway, so getting down to the basics of the 7 basic chakras, which most of you know about, right? So it's important to keep them open and moving. And we imagine them as balls of energy as I guide you in this meditation. And then we'll link each and I'll guide you with a beautiful beam of sparkly light. And this beautiful beam of sparkly light will connect each chakra to the wind channel. And the wind channel is where it is, and what does it mean? It's the breath. The main wind channel runs in front of the spine and connects to all the chakras. Now there's 70,000 nadis, little energy centers in each, all over the body. But I'm going to have to shut the door because my dog is, I'm sorry, one sec.
No worries. Goodness, it's really going to be exciting to do this. And again, I'm so grateful that Lindsay's with us this evening. But right before the meeting, she said that her dog was chasing a rabbit. So we were a little bit worried because we didn't see her yet. So
Yeah, I got Honey, this cockapoo. My son insisted, he kept coming in during my morning meditations to get a dog, and she's helped me tremendously through the grief. Okay, we're ready to go. So there's about 70,000 nadis in the body, and we're going to do just a simple exercise. I want to demonstrate it first. To feel the energy of the chakras in the palm of your hands. So your right fist can go up, your thumb goes up, your left fist goes down, your arms are straight, and you want to clasp and open them 12 times, at least, very fast. And then you flip and you go the other way, and you open and close, open and close. And then we're going to do 2 feet distance between your palms and slowly pull them together until you feel this energy of the chakras that you stimulated in the palm of your hands. Okay, so get yourself into a comfortable sitting position, and it really is important to have your rib cage up and your spine not slouched, because that will help the spiritual energy move through your body more easily. Yeah, these soft couches make us slouch, which is not good for our health, truly, our organs. Okay, so go ahead. You flip. You do it however you wish, and real fast. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Deep breathing into your belly. Open, close, open, close, open, close. About 12 times, and then flip, do the other way. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Real fast. Open, close, open, close, open, close. About 12 times. And when you're done, 2 feet away, your hands will be vibrating, and then slowly bring them together. And just focus on yourself here, not on the screen. Close your eyes and go inward. And when you start to feel the vibration, stop in that spot and hold there for a bit. You might even sense a ball of energy that you're holding. Okay. Okay. Eventually, the energy does start to dissipate. Okay. I saw some of you holding far, some of you went in very close. So this is, it's really important. My teacher is His Holiness the Dalai Lama. He's the most beloved teacher in the world, spiritual teacher, I feel. Nelson Mandela was too, and the Pope is the Pope who passed, and this present Pope. So the Dalai Lama says it's very important to be in your heart. Your heart will guide you correctly. The mind is in the heart. The mind is not in the brain. The mind is compassion and love. So I'd like you all to bring your awareness down into your heart center between your breasts and to put your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your abdomen. Now we're going to see, you're going to see how your breathing is doing. If your breathing is tight and constricted and up in your chest area, you're limiting yourself from experiencing life more. The breath should originate from the lower diaphragm. That's how babies breathe. And a lot of us are running around, rushing, and so sometimes we can breathe more shallowly in our chest and through our mouth. We're supposed to breathe through the nostrils. That's why we have hair nostrils, to filter germs. And then with this exercise, we're going to breathe out. It's very gentle. Look at the mantra of out of your heart center. Now notice where your breath originates from, where it expands from. Is it from your lower diaphragm, or does it expand? Does your chest expand first? And you can correct it very naturally and easily. Your autonomic nervous system knows how to breathe properly. What we need to do is to sit down, slow down, and then your breath finds its natural rhythm to the lower diaphragm. Let your belly hang out. Nobody's looking at your figure right now. This is a beautiful blue color that people will see in their meditation that sparkles with incredible blue light. Breathing in Om now through your nose and breathing a gentle out from your heart center, letting go of any sadness or pain or grief by breathing out this gentle Everything is fine. Everything is okay. All right, so you're already starting to meditate. So we're just releasing the tension naturally. You can relax your hands unless you feel you need to keep your hands on your torso. Feel free to do so. Okay. So we're going to bring our awareness now down to the root chakra, to the Mother Earth. She's very, very, very generous to us. She gives us a beautiful place to live, to create shelter. She gives us food, water, sunshine, beautiful clouds, beautiful blue sky, birds, animals. She brings so much abundance to us. So bringing your awareness if you would, to the area between your coccyx bone and your pubic bone, where your root chakra is. Letting your shoulders relax. Let your shoulders just melt and let go. Now we know that this root chakra is connected to the earth, and it also helps us to feel safe and secure here. So when your spirit is connected to your root chakra, you can feel more confident, more sure of yourself, and more solid. So this is a very important chakra for feeling grounded and in your strength. Let your tailbone relax. Let your hips open and relax. And we're going to imagine this red ball of energy spinning. This can help lower back issues also. As you imagine this red ball of energy spinning, take a long, slow, deep breath all the way down into this lower part of your body. Now, Lama Yeshe, who wrote the book Energy Channels, says in his book that this root and second chakra is connected. Actually, they're all connected, but those two, it's in the shape of a triangle. And there's a hot, hot, hot fire in that triangle, back by the spine. So it's the second and first chakra, where imagine this hot, hot, hot triangle with a point going up towards the heart. The intention is to soften the heart chakra. But first, we're going to focus on the root chakra and the second chakra. This hot triangle must be back by the spine. That's where they've located it, these masters. Every time you breathe in, that triangular fire gets hotter. It doesn't get bigger, it gets hotter, hotter. And the second chakra is the most powerful chakra in a person's body. This is where life is created. When a woman's eggs, she's pregnant, the man's prostate gland to create the seed of life, orgasm. This is a very powerful chakra. So we take the energy and the breath and the fire from that triangle with your breath, very slowly and gentle with yourself, and breathe it up into your heart. And then breathe out that beautiful blue light, sparkly, incredible, gorgeous blue light out of your heart with some simple mantra of Ah, which means love. Love for all beings. You breathe in through your nose. The sound of the mantra Om, which is universal knowledge. Om and Ah. We're focusing on the first two chakras as we begin to bring our awareness towards the heart. You might feel your lower back opening and relaxing. We're going to now spin in your imagination an orange ball of energy also in your second chakra. This brings health and vitality. Feelings of worthiness are in the first two chakras. Feeling worthy. Very important. Confidence is very important, and we gain confidence when we meditate as daily, if you can. Just scan your body. And any place where there's tension or pain, we're going to take that fire with the wind channel. And you're going to breathe the fire into any part of that body where you may have an issue. Remember the gentle let go of any suffering with and eventually the will turn into the vibration of love. You might feel your body heating up. That's a very good sign. The chakras are being activated. And you notice your breathing is originating from your abdomen. This is where your power place is, your will. We're going up into the third chakra, which is connected to the adrenal glands. This is where your psychic centers are, the adrenal glands. So we're going to activate your will and your psychic center. Imagine this beautiful, beautiful ball of sunlight spinning inside. There's a plexus of nerves just below your rib cage. It's a very large plexus of nerves. We want this plexus of nerves to relax. So imagine this ball of sunlight spinning inside of you, in your abdomen. And breathing out the gentle blue sparkly light every time you breathe out. If thoughts arise, that's okay. Just let them come and go, like the clouds drifting. Let the back of your head relax. With a beautiful beam of light from your solar plexus, we're going to connect with your beautiful heart chakra, where compassion, empathy, love, and joy reside. The heart, the physical heart, actually releases hormones. So we need to be gentle with ourselves, right? Too much anger makes the heart race. So we really, really need to avoid being angry because it can damage the heart muscles. So this is why this mantra, I'm holding it up again if you want to look at it, is so essential to your heart, especially after what you've all been through, losing a child. Your child is still with you, just in another form. Okay. I'm hoping that you'll feel the love coming in and surrounding you through this meditation. Because when we meditate, we get in touch with our natural vibration, which is love and compassion and kindness. We're not our negative thoughts. We are not our negative emotions. Okay. Now your awareness is on your heart chakra. And what is the color? It's a beautiful green ball, like forest green. Some people like to imagine chartreuse green when spring is just popping. Whatever comes to you is your color. So I'm going to count you all down from 5 to 1. We're going into the physical heart. Your consciousness goes into your heart from 5 to 1. 5, relaxing down, imagining yourself like a mustard seed light. They talk about the mustard seed light in the Bible. What we sow, we reap. So we're sowing and reaping love and compassion. Breathing this mustard seed light down in the top of your head into your beautiful unconditional beating heart. 4, going deeper. 3, doubly deep. 2, going all the way in. And 1. We're softening the heart now. The intention is to soften the emotions or the grief or heartache. And breathing out, gentle, let it all go. And let love rise. And compassion. So we're going to imagine someone you love very, very, very much. And let that love develop as you imagine this person. Or it could be an animal. Feel your heart softening. Gentle. And now the intention is to have compassion for yourself. So we're going to move the compassion or blend it with the person or the animal that you love dearly towards compassion and love for yourself. And being kind to yourself. You're not your thoughts. Your love. Take a deep breath, Becky. Deep breath, Becky. And breathe it out. It's fine. It's okay. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, go. The heart chakra is about our relations and love. Our relationship with nature, with everything, furniture, our food, with each other here tonight. We're all interdependently connected, creating this vibration, this higher vibration of love and kindness towards each other and for all beings on the earth. All right. As this heart center continues to soften, bring your awareness now to your throat center, your thyroid gland. it has proven that when we meditate on the thyroid gland, we can help to heal it. It is one of our master glands. So we're going to imagine this beautiful, beautiful sky blue, like the color of the sky in the Himalaya mountains behind Elizabeth. Clean, clear, pure, clean air. And this ball of light blue or beautiful sky blue light spins inside, traveling inward once again. You're all doing great. You're doing very good. 5, going inward to your thyroid. 4, imagine this ball of energy spinning. 3, 2, and 1. Now, the Ah mantra is really, really important to let out any stuffed feelings. So please work with saying a gentle Ah every time out of your throat chakra now. Ah. Breathe in through your nose, Om. Ah. Out through your throat. Everything is okay. Everything's fine. This is where we communicate with our higher self, with spirit, with your loved ones on the other side. Very important to trust your own intuition, connected to your gut, your heart, and your hearing, which is your throat chakra. If you're hearing a message, trust it. If you're uncertain, ask the message to be said even louder. And trust your heart that this is the right message for you. Breathing out beautiful rays of sparkly light out of your throat with ah. So very secret teachings from the Tibetan monks. They're called secret because not everybody is ready to understand them. So they're kept secret because people don't understand them. But this group has been through. You've been through a lot and you're developing your strength. Okay, we're going now up to the higher chakras, which is the pituitary and pineal gland, which is where behind the eyes in the middle of the brain. This is clairvoyancy. Trust any visions that arise, okay? It is a beautiful violet light, like the purple behind Sharon Graves. There's beautiful purple light, with sparkly purple. And imagine this little ball of purple sparkly light spinning, and breathe into the pineal and pituitary gland. The breath is really important for opening the chakras. And now you can breathe out many rays of light out of your forehead to open up your clairvoyant sight. Trust your inner vision. And naturally, we go up to the crown chakra. Now, again, Lama Yeshe says the crown chakra is in the top part of the brain, in the back of the brain. And this is the bliss chakra. Blissful feelings arise. So wherever you feel you need to go, you focus on. We're going into the crown chakra, which automatically connects to your third eye. So your vision will start to open up automatically too. Going and bringing your awareness to the crown chakra, the top part of your brain and the back of your brain. Any imbalances of the crown chakra can be signs of depression, feeling unbalanced emotionally. So we want to lift depression. Breathing into this blissful chakra. Imagine this ball of golden sparkly light spinning in that part of your brain. Using the breath very strong, very long. So we're going into higher vibrations, but all chakras are important. Very important to stay grounded still in the root. We're going up and out now. Above the head, we're going to the angelic realm. We're not good. We have to go to the higher realms if you want to go up and out. To the universal higher, unconditional realms of love, where the angels are. Feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. Where your loved one is. Feeling very light and happy and free. You're still rooted to Mother Earth and to your body. Just feel the peace pouring down like a column of light into the top of your head, going all the way down your wind channel, into all the nadis, all the chakras, healing you, blessing you. The angels don't have work to do if we don't ask them for help. They work for the Godhead and they want to help us. So you have to ask them for help. Then they have a purpose, right? This is Rudolf Steiner's teachings. We're all worthy of receiving their guidance and help. Okay. Slowly, very gently, as the angel wings come back with you. Feeling your coccyx bone coming back now. This is kind of a long meditation. Be very gentle with yourself as you come back, as if you were imagining dawn waking. And just contemplate and feel your body. If you have a journal, you might want to write down any messages. Feeling lighter and much, much better than before you started. So your chakras are the sacred chambers in the temple of your body. The vital force of consciousness which pulls together on different levels. And you just worked very well with all of them. Well, the 7 basic ones. And the chakras can look like lotus flowers with petals. They each have a different number of petals, according to Hinduism. And sometimes the chakras, the petals are dying, sometimes they're budding. So as you spin them, you help your chakras to open, you help the glands in your body to maintain health and balance, and you help those lotus flowers of your chakras to bud with light. Yeah. So the chakras are also gateways to the various dimensions. Just like we need to nourish our body with sleep and food and water, when we meditate, we nourish our spirit and we feel better. Do we share at all, Elizabeth?
Yes, I would love to
Okay.
be able to give parents an opportunity to maybe write in the chat box if they have any questions for you, or maybe to tell about some type of experience that happened. Um, if you are able to maybe answer and help with that, that would be wonderful. That felt so wonderful. Thank you, Lindsay. And
Thank you.
I'm sure that it felt the same way for everyone. And it's funny, when you were asking how many people were on here earlier, there were 88, but you were thinking there might be 50. But so there are quite a
Wonderful.
few people on here. So we do have, let's see, someone coming in actually just now. If you have any questions, please write them in the chat box. Or if you'd just like to talk about an experience that you had. And if not, I would really love, we only have about 5 minutes, but I would love to be able to have you tell us a little bit um, about your near-death experience and how it changed you in terms of your abilities, in terms of the way that you have moved forward since that time. So Debbie's saying that was wonderful and very peaceful, full of love. Let's see.
Oh, somebody saw their daughter dancing. Leona dancing.
Oh, yes. And then Jean is saying, I saw beautiful swirls of blue and green at the end of the meditation. Let's see. So, yes, saw my daughter Leona dancing. That's wonderful, Jessica. I'm so excited. Leona is so beautiful. And then Janie is saying that she saw a kind of pearlescent pink color, I guess. So, anyway, could you tell us a little bit more? Thank you for a wonderful meditation experience. Thank you for your
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. It was my pleasure. Um, I just love these responses. It just makes it all worthwhile.
Yes. So I'm
Um,
reading them just so that people who are listening to the recording after are able to also understand what was said. So Miriam is saying, I felt tight in my chest when I started, and now I feel a relaxed connection from the top of my head to the root chakra. Debbie's saying, I saw fluttering wings towards the end of the meditation. Thank you. Janie is saying, oh, wait.
oh,
Mahalo nui loa. Thank you in Hawaiian. Let's see.
oh,
So Jean is saying it was a great experience. I feel so much lighter. And then Julie's saying I saw my daughter and grandson up front, but my granddaughter was in the background. Will she come forward at some point? So I think that probably you'll let Julie know that the longer that you do this, the more
that's right.
you practice, the easier it is to be able to be in touch.
That's right. It
But
is. You
so,
can become clairvoyant quickly by doing the clairvoyant chakra opening, breathing out the beautiful rays of light from your pineal and pituitary gland. So you had asked, should I move forward and share? My daughter and
well,
granddaughter. Oh,
I would love, yeah, we do have
no.
plenty of time for you to share a little bit about, oh goodness, I'm so sorry, Julie. So, a little bit about how this has changed you. And obviously, you've done so many studies with specialists in meditation, specialists in Buddhism as well.
Yeah, and the more you meditate, the more I realize I don't know. The more um, uh, the more humble I've become. So the lightning strike made it was extremely humbling experience at my son's swim meet. And I love, love, love nature. I love thunderstorms, but now I really respect them. And we were walking up to the car and loading up the car. I had a beach chair on my shoulder. My Paul, my ex-husband, was there, and my niece, and three of us were struck at the same time. We were thrown about 3 or 4 or 5 feet in the air. There were a lot of witnesses. So when I left my body, I felt this total emptiness. There was a void for maybe a couple seconds. And then I felt floating. And then my father was there, who passed when I was 7. I knew him because he's been around for a lot, helping my sisters and I going, and my mother, but we're all grown now in our 70s. And so I knew his energy very well. And then I was guided towards this. It was a soft light for me. It wasn't a bright, blinding light. And then I forgot about my children. My Orion was 3 at the time, the one who passed at 27, and John Paul was 11, who was swimming on the meet at the meet. And I was just feeling that love and this unconditional feeling of just, there was no physical pain, there was no emotional pain. And the higher I went, the thicker the light became, and I was stopped. And it was a big, very, very large shadow, about the size of a very large tree. And I felt it embrace my tiny little spot of light. We're a tiny little speck of light compared to the whole universe. And I was told it wasn't my time. And then they brought my awareness down to my children. And I was like, oh. And there was a little conference. I was divorced and I had judged myself very harshly. There was no judgment. It was total equanimity, no judgment about that at all. And it was advised that I should go back, and I agreed. And I felt myself back into a tunnel going so fast, like the speed of light. And I felt myself come back into my belly, still feeling that sense of equanimity for all beings. So it's changed instantly. I changed. I could feel the energy from trees, from grass, healing energy from nature was very profound, and from the clouds and the colors and the sunset. If we take a moment, we can all feel it. Yeah. It was tough coming back though. But that's
So
okay.
I think that's always something that parents love to hear, that it was tough coming back, even though we all would have loved for our children to come back. We know that they are happier, healthier, and completely whole on the other side, and that
Yep.
they're all friends now. So they're all friends with Orion as well. And I just feel like they help us when we do these meditations too. They are right by our side, helping us to meditate as well, holding space for us.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. They don't want us to suffer because
Well,
they don't have a body, right? So they feel our suffering. They don't want us to suffer, but it's hard. It's very difficult.
there are so many things that have been written, but I just want to say that Marina says that her father's name was Orion. So
Oh,
it's very interesting. Um,
nice.
so Yen is saying, yes, meditation helps me to lower her controlling instinct, the expectations, and the disappointment. It also helps me to understand everything is temporary, including sadness and happiness. I
Ah,
also like how I can recognize myself and treat myself better via meditation. So I'll make sure to send all of these comments to you from the chat box when I send the recording. And I do want to just thank you for being with us. This was something that I know that Irene and I both really needed. What do you think, Irene?
I feel wonderful. Thank you, Lindsay. Very relaxed.
And
good. Thank
um,
you.
we always ask everyone to unmute and to say thank you and good evening before everyone leaves. And hopefully we'll be having you back again. It would be nice to have you back to do some more
Thank
meditation.
you.
Like
Thank
to.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Very
so
much.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
you.
Thank you.
much.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
God
Bye.
bless.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
Thank
you.
you.
You so much.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Night.
you,
Thank you
Lindsay.
so much.
Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye, everyone.